Well, my name is Cindy Erickson, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer for the American Red Cross St. Louis region. And I'm essentially responsible for 1,700 volunteers and staff in about 45 counties in the area with a budget size of about $12 million. I went to Parkway West and I graduated in 1985.
What elementary schools did you attend?
My other Parkway schools that I went to elementary school at Henry, and then I also did middle school at Parkway South Junior.
Were there any particular teachers or coaches who helped you, inspired you?
You know, I would say all along the way there have been wonderful teachers and coaches. I remember Mrs. Marchant in my kindergarten class and just how encouraging she was, and also remember fondly Mrs. Bozeman later in elementary school, and then also in junior high. Just some wonderful teachers there, Mrs. Steffens, Mrs. Blackman. And just also really appreciate the opportunities I got during my elementary as well as in my middle school years within Parkway.
What advice would you have for current students?
You know, the advice I would have, I had the opportunity to go and speak to the Parkway West graduating class last year. And it was just a lot of fun, first of all, to go back to the high school and just to see when you're going, through school and at that, age of 16, 17, and 18, everything looks so large. And then so going back to it, 20 plus years later, you realize how small everything is, but then how significant that you are, as an individual when you are at high school. And so some of the advice that I had given to the graduating class of 2009 was, first off, to pick your friends wisely. Because they will be with you for the rest of your life. So really, pick wisely. Also, one of my other advice that I had given to them was just really get involved. Get plugged in somewhere, try different things, try internships, get involved in your community to make a difference. And because life, while you're in high school and when you're going off to college, you're thinking a lot of it really revolves around you, but in essence, it doesn't. And so really what life is all about is what you're giving back to your community and what you're doing to make a difference. And that's really where I have found just great reward with that.
Your passion for not-for-profit, how did that evolve? You saying like high school?
Yeah, I would say my passion for nonprofit definitely did. During high school, I got a chance to get involved with different clubs and different activities. We did. I would say also through sports, as well. It's amazing just how all these different experiences that you do have, how they do come together. And so as a result of those experiences, as well as part of the expectation that I had on myself and also from my family, is that we do get involved and we do help other people and we do volunteer. And so that has been a part of kind of my fabric all of my life. And so when I graduated from Parkway West and went on to college, one of the things that served me so well was just trying all these different internships. And that would, be definitely one of my other advice to students is through the internships, you find two really important things. One, you find out really what you enjoy doing. You find things that are exciting and that are fun, that you enjoy, that you excel at, your talents. And then you also find things that you necessarily, don't enjoy doing. And that's almost equally as important, that you find those things because you're trying things. And then for me, what it really led to was just pointing me in the direction of the nonprofit community through those internships that I had. And so when I graduated, I pretty much have spent my whole entire career in the nonprofit community. It's been 5+ years, in the nonprofit community, and it has just been so rewarding and just such a blessing for me. I would say also while I was in high school, some things that really were so impressionable on me within the Parkway school system was just the wonderful teachers, as I mentioned, and two really important teachers who also influenced me was Terry Bender at Parkway West, and she was She was in journalism, and she also sponsored us when I was in yearbook. I was the co-editor during my senior year, and I really got a chance to work with her, and she just taught me so much, that year about myself and just about life and choices we make and how important that is. And I would say another incredibly influential person was Coach Hal Whitaker at Parkway West. I played softball during my high school years as well as soccer, and one of the things that Coach Whit had really instilled in us is just working hard, having a passion for what you do, and do the best that you possibly can, and that really has carried me a long way in going to college as well as just in the workforce, and that you do the best you can, and you are there to a certain extent, to compete, and but at the end of the day, what it comes down to, did you do the best that you can? And not only did Coach Whit instill that in me, but also my parents. I've got just wonderful parents and a brother, and just have been very blessed with the opportunities that they have given me as well. One of the things that I also learned at Parkway was just being able to try new things. And so during my undergrad, I had the opportunity to go live in London for a semester and to study abroad. And what Parkway also instilled in me was just those other possibilities that are out there and trying new things. And I think had I not had just some of that encouragement growing up, because I was a little bit on the shy side, I don't think I would have taken that opportunity to study abroad. And it's amazing how our past really shapes our future. And so as a result of that experience, I had a chance to work for a nonprofit in New York City for a number of years. And so while I was there, it was during 9/11, and I had the opportunity to see the American Red Cross in action and up front. And when I moved back home, my husband and I, and when I had the opportunity to start and to work at the Red Cross, it was just an instant connection because of the work I saw them doing during 9/11. And one of the things that I love about the American Red Cross is the people. It's just the amazing people and just the commitment they have for helping others. It's like nothing I've ever seen in my entire nonprofit career.